Yeah, I know. Let me see. 20th, 5 days till Santa comes a-calling. Our holiday show's coming up at the end of this week and through the beginning of the year. So you're sitting here wondering, Hockeyfest in June, why is this guy here? Ralph Spoltore is with us. How are you?
Great, Ted. How are you doing?
Good. Why are you here?
Well, I was originally going to be here to talk about and promote the Firefighters Fashion Show, which was to be held at the Sanderson Center in February, raising money for some really good charities and having a great event at a great venue. However, at last night's council meeting, we were rejected the ability to do that. To have the event
2 weeks ago, like a week ago, basically it was voted down. This week I heard it was going to be reconsidered.
Yeah, a week ago they had a lot of questions that they were asking after I was off the podium, and I didn't have the ability to respond to those questions. So I went, researched, got all of the answers that they were looking for about all these other theaters in the province that have gone to alcohol inside the theater and how successful it's been for all these other theaters across the province. And last night, council voted to not allow me to speak to the issue last night.
Well, and let's talk about it for just on one point, because I'm sitting there, I'm sure people are going, yeah, I'm against that too, because the whole place will get wrecked, and this guy will walk out the door, and the taxpayers will get stuck with the bill. Was that going to be the case if you had the alcohol sales inside the centers?
No, we had agreed already to pay for any and all damages. We had the insurance in place. We had almost $7 million worth of insurance in place for a fashion show.
Right.
And I mean, these councilors talk about the Sanderson Center and they call it the crown jewel. Meanwhile, they got a marquee that's falling apart out front of the theater that needs to be addressed, and they have a hole in the roof. They've had a hole in the roof that's leaking, causing irreparable damage for 9 months, and which has got a patch over it. Our crown jewel is so important that these guys decided to just put a patch over it until they could find time to fix it properly. So,
now, we know because of Hockeyfest, you believe in this city. Is it hard to keep believing?
No, not really, because I know the true Brantfordtonian loves what I do. I got so much support out there, and we've got such a great fan base for Hockeyfest, and I love Brantford. And I want to be in Brantford doing our events in Brantford. I just don't see any way I could run events on city-owned facilities or on city-owned properties moving forward. It just doesn't make sense.
500-pound elephant in the room. Actually, I had somebody hit me with, is Hockeyfest in Brantford next year? And the question was based on, it grew so fast. So can you address that right off the top? 2012, Hockeyfest in Brantford?
Well, I can say this. The economic impact of Hockeyfest last year was $1.8 million for Brantford, which is extremely exciting for me. This is exactly what we're trying to do. Every hotel room was booked for the weekend. I actually stayed in the lobby on Saturday, and I had to give my room up at the Best Western because we didn't have enough rooms to fulfill what we needed to fulfill. I can guarantee the people of Brantford that we are going to be in Brantford next year. We're not sure where. I will find somewhere where we can run this event, run it safely, securely, and give them first-class entertainment, take a step up as far as entertainment goes, and go from there.
Only you could get a Christmas angle to Hockeyfest. There was no room at the inn. Okay, there he was.
Merry Christmas.
The man. Okay. Now, any hints in terms of entertainment or things like that? Is that what the work is right now?
What I can tell you is we're doing away with our country night on the Friday, and we're heading to 3 nights of rock.
Right.
It's been, the fans of Brantford have said, we love rock, we love the classic rock. So we're looking at bands from the 80s and 90s and trying to bring top-notch talent to Brantford. We're going to be looking into the States for headlining acts, and I think we'll be putting on a much bigger stage. It'll be a much bigger event. I think it's going to be awesome.
And how about teams? I know Wally's going to be out there. Kevin Smith will be going nuts again, I'm sure. You hoping to kind of surpass number of teams? Or?
You know what? We don't run the street hockey tournament,
right.
But I can tell you the Lung Association is running it this year, and Sandy Lee and her team will put together a first-class tournament this year, I'm sure, and we're going to be running hopefully in conjunction with them again, depending on where Hockeyfest physically is located.
Yeah. Well, thanks for believing in the area. Have a great Christmas and New Year, and thanks for all the hard work for the city.
All right, Teddy. Thank you.
Ralph Spoltore. Hockeyfest, of course. It's coming up again for 2012, and it's going to be in Brantford, so kill the rumors when you run into it. Of course, I say that now people are going to start more rumors.